Now, to round things off, I briefly touched on it. A lot of these players are going to be exiting the bubble, heading back to India. All those who are not going to be part of the Test series, as many as 9 players, Zahir, and they're going to head straight back to India, not knowing how much possible first-class cricket they will get. At the moment, all the discussions are on and all leaning towards the limited overs game being played because of the bubble scenario. So they may be starved of a little bit of first-class cricket. How do you see that going?
Well, the last chatter which I had heard around it was the white ball format will go on. It's not easy in a country like India where you have 38 first class teams. So how do we accommodate that? And that has been the biggest challenge. We've seen that IPL was conducted, but the teams were just 8 we're talking about. So I think that's something which is going to be a challenge for BCCI. They've done a fantastic job with organizing the IPL and forming that bubble. We'll have to see that what are the options around the first class if they have to continue with that. The time between the next IPL and this domestic season is also going to be condensed. So we'll have to wait and see. But white ball cricket is something which certainly on the cards. And I hope all the first class teams get to play some sort of cricket in this coming months to keep things moving. So I think first class cricket, the day's cricket, might be a difficult possibility, but white ball cricket for sure I think should be organized.
Yeah, it's a combination, sort of, Michael, good news and bad news. You'd want some cricket to happen as well, but at the end of it, the real basis for the game is your red ball game. It's the first class game. But as Zahir said, with that many teams, I mean, we're more a continent than a country, really, India, and it's a tough one to execute.
38 teams. I mean, if you can't get into one of them, you're not very good. Yeah, they've got to do everything they can. The Test series, I hope, will take place in February and March in India against England. That's looking likely to be the case, hopefully. So leading into that, you really do need to see a bit of red ball cricket, but at the back of everyone's mind is everyone's got to stay, healthy, and everyone's got to stay well. We're still in a pandemic. We're still trying to get rid of this COVID virus. The vaccine's arriving. We've had our first vaccine live on television this morning. I think a lady called Margaret, who was 80-odd, took the vaccine at 6:30 a.m. on the TV. So we're looking at positive signs, and hopefully that'll transcend across the world, and everyone will be able to get a vaccine, and we'll be able to get all formats of the game. But if it's just white ball cricket that can take place because it's easier to organise and easier to create bubbles, well, that's better than nothing. But I'd love to see a bit of red ball action as well.
Yeah, we certainly would. South Africa was a harsh reminder that the pandemic is still very much among us. Quick look, I think, at what other teams have been doing, other countries have been doing, which, of course, their task is a lot easier. We've put together some numbers. Have a look at England, Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, South Africa. The critical phase is the number of matches they need to conduct. England obviously have the toughest among them, but it's still 18 versus 38. And for all the others, it's a far more easy task. So this is where things stand right now. Things are going to continue to evolve, Zahir, but it's a challenge for the BCCI. And a near miracle is what they did with the IPL. I'm sure that if you throw the ball in their court, they'll come up with something.
I think it's just the number of teams. You look at the number of teams participating, and that tells you a story. Maybe you have to identify zones and create different tiers so that everyone can get at least some number of games to play with the red ball. And then from that point of view only, if they can get some kind of cricket going, I think that's going to be positive. Just looking at the sheer number of teams, you add 15 players to each team minimum. And you can look at the kind of number which you're looking at, and you add the logistic teams around it, and to form the bubble, you need more people just making sure that the protocols are followed. So that number is just going to be staggering, and that's the toughest challenge. And looking at that, it's only wise to have cricket going for sure. If not days, you can definitely look at white ball cricket happening.